Alright, how is it going, everybody? Sorry it's been a long time since a video has last been put out. My PC is complete. There will be some footage of it showing up, my whole setup and all that. Thing is, the plan was after it was built to put it out in the garage out here so I can have my own little setup. Problem with that is this place is literally dustier than the Sierra Desert. Like, I'm not even kidding, the person who owned this before did not clean very well. Like, I had my laptop sitting on this table for about maybe a month and it was caked in dust. So if I had a PC out here, I would literally be cleaning it once a week. But I'll be showing up some footage of my PC the way it is after this video. It's got an Intel Core i3 9100F. I know I need to upgrade that. You don't need to remind me. I'm currently searching for a job. It's got this, which is the XFX RX 580 8GB XXX GTR edition, or the fuck that means. It's got 8GB of DDR5. It can play GTA 5 at ultra settings at 1080p at 60 FPS, so literally one of the best bang for the buck cards I've ever had. I bought this used for $110 off of eBay, which I know there's much better options, but whenever you're a 17-year-old barely getting by with enough money, you do with what you can get. Since this is a used card, I kind of wanted to take it apart and look at the thermal paste application, see if it needs change, because obviously once a year you kind of want to change that stuff out, especially with your CPU, with it getting hot and crusty and old, like old fucking toothpaste. You kind of want to get that shit checked out. I kind of thought I'd do it on camera since I haven't done a video in a long time, and this is one thick card. Like, this thing weighs in at probably about 3 pounds. It's pretty damn heavy. So I was going to do it on camera for you guys. Sorry it's not the best camera work. Literally, this light is one of the worst lights I've ever had to work with like this, and you can see my laptop in the corner here. So let's go ahead and get our number 2 Phillips screwdriver and take this apart. I might actually need to use a smaller bit. Actually, these are some really small bits. So I've never taken this card apart. I'm actually kind of nervous too. I don't know what the hell these are, if these are even screws, if this backplate's literally just being held in by these 2 screws. You never know though. It seems like they are held in by whatever these are, and I don't think I have a bit for that. Even if there is a bit for that, like, what the hell do you use, So I'm gonna take these fans off. These are hot swappable fans, or hard swappable, whatever the fuck you want to call it. If I can get the damn thing out. Holy shit. Well, you know what? Never mind then. I guess they're staying the fuck on there. Yep, they're staying on there. Fuck you. So I thought I was going to have to take this back plate off first. But I guess the cooler comes off with these 4 screws that are contacting the actual GPU. For that, I'm going to have to switch back to the Phillips head number 2. Never mind, I'm going to go with the other one. And don't mind me, I'm not an experienced PC builder by any means. I've built my own PC, and that is literally the only PC I've ever built. I mean, it plays 1080p games, no problem. I'm going to need a bigger bit. Now, like I said, my PC that I have, it's not bottlenecked by that CPU that I mentioned earlier. It's a 9th gen CPU, which is, good enough. But it's got 4 cores, 4 threads, so no hyper-threading there. If I really wanted to go hyper-threading, I'd go AMD, which is actually the plan. Might make a video on that whenever I find a job and get the money to. Because looking at AMD's prices versus Intel's prices, looking really fucking compelling right there. I mean, for the price of a Intel Core i5 9600K, which is only 6 cores and 6 threads, for the same price, I can get an AMD Ryzen 5 3900X, I believe, or 3900, and get 6 cores, 12 threads. So I get hyper threading there. All right, let's see if this front plate comes off. No, sir, it does not. Huh. Yes, sir, it does. Oh, my. There's the thermal paste application right there. That is Gunk City. That is fucking Gunk City. Oh, damn. Oh, I just put my thumb in it. That's hot. Sorry if the camera work's not good at all. I've never really done this before. Now, if I can disconnect this fan, that would be fucking great. You know what? Screw it. It's gonna stay on there. Now, what is this gunk here? Oh, it's chunky. It's all over this card. What is this? This pink shit. Does that come with most of the cards? I don't care. Let me go get my Q-tips. Holy shit. There is white gunk. Well, it's not white, but there are gunk all over this fucking card. Look at that. If it'll focus. I don't know. Sorry, I've never done this before, but that's what she said. But like, there is stuff all over this card. Now, I was kind of having some thermal problems with this card. Playing 1080p, 60 FPS ultra settings on GTA 5, I was getting temps around 68 degrees Celsius. Now, by all means, that's not horrible, but it always kind of felt a little on the warmer side for me. Especially that Intel Core i3, you know, it's only 4 cores, no hyperthreading. It doesn't get that hot, like maybe 50 degrees Celsius at max under load. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it is like on the PCB, it just immediately gets blacker. Like this card had some type of liquid damage. It is thick. Oh, I really don't want to do that. Oh my. It's like some type of grease. If I had to guess, I would say that it was water, maybe. Honestly, these GPUs are known for mining, like Bitcoin mining, and that's why GPUs became so cheap all of a sudden, is because Bitcoin literally didn't amount to anything. Or GPU mining. I may be wrong, but it didn't really amount to anything, so GPUs became really, really, really cheap because people were just selling loads and loads of GPUs, like high-end GPUs, medium-end GPUs, just because they had masses of them. Now that is horrible. It's still there. Honestly, I should have brought some rubbing alcohol. But this card never gave me any problems. Oh, I see what that pink is from. It's from the cooler over here. See if I can't get a clip of that. There you go. Now, this card never gave me any problems. I've never had it. I've had it crash one time on Fortnite, I believe it was, and no idea why. Something just crashed. The game froze. I think I had it overclocked to an unstable overclock, because I did try to do it manually, and I was hitting about 1600 megahertz on the core clock. And I think that totally just overvolted it, or, you know, whatever. Now, here's where you got to be really delicate, is this die right here. Let me try and zoom in a little bit. There we go. I should have done that in the first place. Now, this is the GPU. This is what runs everything. Now, these little pieces on the outside of it, those, if you fucking bend those, you're fucked. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That is some gunky thermal paste. Now, I will be posting on this video thermals before and after. Well, technically not a before, because I didn't really record anything for this. Before, I was hitting high temps under load, like 68, sometimes in the 70s, but never got above the 70s. Just in my opinion, for such a, you know, a medium end card, it shouldn't be getting that hot. God, whatever that is on that stuff, that oil stuff, really is just gunky. And it's just like brushing your teeth. There we go. Sometimes with NVIDIA cards, they'll put the NVIDIA logo right here on the GPU itself, but not with this card. This is a Radeon AMD RX 580, as I've said. Very budget card, but in all honesty, I paid $110 for that thing, for this thing. $110 for Ultra 1080p gaming, like one of the best PC purchases I've ever made. Now, if I started off with AMD instead of Intel, then this PC that I have built would literally be one of the best PCs I could ever experience probably in my life. Now, I don't know if I listed all the PC parts of my build, but it has a MSI Gaming Plus Z370 motherboard. I mean, it's good, but it's not great. It works for what I need it to do. It's got a gaming boost, whatever the fuck that does. I have the Hyper 212 Evo cooler from Cooler Master. I have all the boxes behind me. An EVGA 500 bronze power supply. Corsair DDR4 LPX Vengeance, clocked at 3000 megahertz. But on the PC, whenever I check the clock speed, it says like something like 3500 megahertz. I'm guessing because it defaulted to overclock. But the case I got it off of Newegg. It is a Montech ARGB 600 or something like that. Looks really nice. Has a tempered glass side panel. Oh, I'm shaking the table a lot. Literally everything you can want in a case. It has great cable management areas. Has built-in ties for only about $70 US. Really, really good deal. Now, I really don't want to get too much into these little things right here. I forget what they're called. But I literally don't want to break this card because I have zero money and I don't have money to replace this. So I'm being as gentle as possible. Now, of course, I am going to clean off this copper right here. This is going to be a lot more easier. Yeah, this thermal paste was gunking up. You can see how this thermal paste is gunked. Yeah, I should have brought some rubbing alcohol with me, but I don't think I would have been able to find it even if I did. I really don't want to get my fingers on this, but, you know, YOLO. God, that feels like Play-Doh. That is hard. Welcome to Sepmik's ASMR channel. Today we're cleaning off a GPU. Be the most monotone ASMR artist you'd ever see. Okay, that's about as clean as it's gonna get. It definitely has been used before I got a hold of it. I really don't know what all this damage is right here to this, the motherboard on this. Like, this card has never gave me any problems. It's only crashed once, like I've said. Just the only problem was I thought it got a little too hot. So I was going to do a thermal paste application. But I always thought this was just the base color of the PCB or motherboard, whatever you want to call it. Because, you know, it takes up this whole piece. I'm guessing this was used for mining and they left it in a damp area. And it's done all but fried this motherboard. Okay, so now we're going to take the thermal paste and actually apply it. I have this Cooler Master. You can see the Cooler Master logo right there if it would focus. Come on, give me a focus. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so unlike CPUs, you actually want to put a good amount on your GPU because you want it to spread across this whole die right here. So I'm going to put about a P1/2 size. That is plenty. That is way more than plenty, actually. We ain't building the Verge PC here. Verge PC is not allowed. Luckily, well, actually, sadly, I don't have any tweezers to hold my cables together. Okay, I'm done. Okay. I'm actually going to get a bit lower to match up. If I can find out where those things are. There we go. That's good. That is good. Oh, and I fucked it up. Kind of spreading the damn thermal paste now. Pretty much just ruined the whole video. Now you guys can probably tell if the video did not go to plan because you can see the title of the video. I cannot. Okay, I really hope that's put in correctly. Yeah, it looks it. Die is definitely on the GPU. I mean, the heatsink is definitely on the die. Jesus. I am really not good at this YouTube thing. God, I fucking suck. God, it's been 18 minutes. Holy shit. Cross screw so it can spread the thermal paste evenly across the die. Oh, shit. Shit. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Okay. Hopefully I did not fry my GPU. I had a friend one time who bought a MSI RX 580, and his had some sort of damage to the VRMs or something like that, and his artifacted like a bitch if it got anything over like 50 degrees Celsius. So we tried to do some testing with it, and he ended up taking the whole thing apart, reapplying thermal paste, etc., etc. Didn't do shit in the ending. Where the fuck did these screws go? There they are. Yeah, so Radeon cards, this card has only artifacted on me one time, and honestly it was my fault because I was trying to manually overclock the card, and I am not experienced with overclocking by any means, and it got too hot and had an unstable overclock. Same thing that happened whenever it crashed on me on Fortnite the one time. Was not playing Battle Royale, was playing Save the World, by the way. Much better. Okay. The GPU looks like it's intact, like it was before. Let's go inside and see if it boots. So the PC actually booted for some reason. It works fine. It has the same exact temperatures as it did before. So I literally almost destroyed my GPU for nothing.